talk a little bit about, people may have a hard time understanding, how someone could be married to a serial killer and not know certain things. So what are some of the things that you think are accurate or like make it credible that, your character would be able to live that way?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I blame the wives. Honestly, I don't blame the wives. What I found was there are very few, or there are actually zero, wives of serial killers who fit the psychological profile, the intellectual profile, the emotional profile, even the socioeconomic profile of this character. So she's an anomaly. Like what I discovered was that the significant others either rarely stick around, or, and when I say I blame them, it is that they do see what's going on, that they aren't blind to what's going on, and that they're either so damaged from whatever that they're in denial, or they maybe in some way need to be a part of it on some subliminal level. So I got to kind of start from a really fresh place. And in terms of justifying it, it's tough. It's really hard. I feel like there is something that we're going to see later on, and if we don't see it, I think it still exists. That's maybe a little off with her. Maybe that denial. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, did she see it? Did she know what was happening? I don't think she did. But then, how? So I don't know if that answers your question, but I don't know how we justify it. I don't know how we justify it. So maybe there will be a very, very clear reason later on.
Well, I mean, she also had a relationship with a man who was obsessed enough with her husband to write a book about it.
Sure. So her picker is a little funny. Yeah, we keep saying that the alcoholic ex-FBI agent is a vast step up from the serial killer. So, she's doing better, at least. But then, he kind of breaks her heart. So it's, yeah, she needs to go to Dr. Phil, see if she can get some tips.
In the pilot, your character is victimized quite a bit. I mean, she married a serial killer.
Oh, wait till you use the episode 2.
That's what I was going to ask. Are we going to see your character be like more proactive at all, or maybe toughen up and not just be a victim?
Yes, and I think in order to earn that, she does have to be victimized to the point where the audience and the character have to say, okay, no more of this. We can't have this anymore. And Kevin Williamson has done a great job with that. I mean, you want to earn it, I think, and I think you will. I mean, we're still sort of in the middle of all that, so it's work in progress currently.
Is it difficult when dealing with disturbing material like this to disengage at the end of the day?
It's really not. For me, I don't know. I think it's because, the longer you do this, the more you start to realize that it is playing make-believe and that you don't have to emotionally engage, really, and not to the extent that you're going to be carrying it around. And I know some people do, and I admire that, and I used to do it too, but it doesn't service me. The performance is as compelling if I do or don't. So I might as well save my psyche and don't. So brush it off at the end of the day and go have my wine, and it's not hard. Maybe that says something about me.
What do you think about the fact that there are women out there who, after a serial killer has been convicted, they purposely seek out, and there's a certain level of because he's a celebrity, but there are a lot of them say that they truly believe that this guy is innocent or has been framed or whatever. What do you think about the media's responsibility in terms of the portrayal of real life, serial killers, and maybe the fact that they get the attention that they want from the media, and how that is sort of portrayed on this TV shows, like the media's responsibility?
Well, and we do explore the sort of groupie aspect of it, which is something that I can't intellectually comprehend. But in terms of the media, I mean, it's always going to be there. I mean, news is news, and the media is never going to stop reporting the news. whether it be detrimental to society or not. So, does it fuel the flame? Of course it does. Is it going to stop? It's never going to stop. So I don't know. At least I can say at least it's consistent. I mean, I don't think it really changes all that much, even though there's more of it with all of the YouTube and the Facebook and all the additional social media. But I think that's consistent. That's never going to change.